race fans, are you ready? You wanted the best, you've got them four abreast. The greatest show on dirt, the World of Outlaw Sprint Car Series.
Welcome back, race fans, to another episode of the Race Ready Media Podcast. I'm your host, Hunter. I got Devin Weston with me, and I will introduce them in just a second. But before we go into anything, we have to talk about what's going on overseas, of course. We just want to send our condolences and our support to the Ukrainian people over there, in their fight against Russia. It's terrible what's going on over there, but ultimately we hope they come out on top of all this. And in the wise words of Herb Brooks,
beat those commie bastards.
So with that being said, now that we've sent our condolences over there, Devin, what's going on, buddy? How you been this week, bud?
Not too bad. Work tried to kill me so far, so back on the downhill slide again. So where they're constantly trying to kill me. So
well, that's why you're delivery driver of the month, bud. You gotta retain that status. So
we're trying.
So just working. That's about it.
Yeah, just work and school, and this weekend I'm going to help Riley Kreisel and Little Rock. So looking forward to that. Should be a good weekend.
That's cool. You'll have to tell us how that goes next week. So that'll be fun. But
hopefully we come out on top. So
hopefully so. We get some pictures thrown up on the Instagram, stuff like that. That'd be cool. But yeah, hopefully we can hit the links soon, man. I'm itching to get back out there, dude. I'm itching to play some golf.
Me too.
Anyways, Weston, what's up, buddy? I know you just got back from a trip. Tell us about it. Tell us what you got up to there.
It was good. I went to New York City. Obviously got into some shenanigans, but I got home yesterday, and then literally right after I got off the plane, a buddy of mine asked if I wanted to go to the Thunder game with him. So I went to the Thunder game last night. So it was a full day yesterday. It was a full day. It was a full day Thursday through Sunday, pretty much. And then yesterday I was flying home all day, but got to do a lot of cool things. Got to go explore New York. Just ate a lot of food. Got really fat, and but yeah, it was a good time. So got into a lot of shenanigans. Like I said, was on top of this. We were in this really big building that had a glass overhang, and I walked over it, and it scared the living shit out of me because I don't like heights, and I have really bad anxiety. So my brain was constantly saying like it's gonna
collapse.
This glass is suddenly gonna break, and you're gonna fall like 90 stories to your death. But other than that, yeah, I would have landed it.
Hell yeah, you would have.
Spider-Man would have saved you.
Spider-Man would have saved you, yeah.
No, I didn't see him.
You didn't see Spider.
Yeah, I didn't see him, and I didn't get on side talk. So that was those are the only two disappointments. But other than that, it was a really fun trip. So got to see my sister, got to go hang out and do a lot of cool things. So it was a good time.
I was hoping you'd meet the Coney Island guy. That was really sad when you didn't get to. So.
Well, I got on. Well, whenever I was on the subway, and it said Coney Island on like the thing, I was like, oh, I'm gonna pass it. But I learned like the top thing on it and the bottom thing on it is like how far north the subway will go and how far south the subway will go. So like almost all the subways will go as far as south as Coney Island, and that's when they'll like turn around and go back.
Mm-hmm.
But I never got to go to Coney Island. Like the furthest north I went was up to the Bronx to go see Yankee Stadium, and then the furthest south I went was South Manhattan, like where all like the World Trade Center complexes and stuff like that. So I didn't get to go as far south as Coney Island.
Did you go see the World Trade Center like memorial stuff?
I've seen it before, but it was really cold too. So we took a bus tour and we drove by it. So we got to drive by it and see it again. But I've done it before, and if you've never done it, and if you've never been to New York, I suggest you go. But yeah, that's probably one of the best history museums I've ever been to is the 9/11 museum. It's powerful, but it's also really, really good too.
Yeah, I've been up to New York a couple times, and I've gone to the World Trade Center Museum every time just because it's a pretty moving experience. It's definitely tragic, but it's a powerful museum. It's really cool. But yeah, glad you made it home safe, buddy. Glad you're back on the pod. So, but yeah, I mean, I was really upset that you didn't tell Spider-Man hi for me, but then again, you didn't get to see him either. So,
I swear to God, I walked right by Tom Holland, but I was like, I don't feel like embarrassing myself walking up to this random person saying, "Hey, are you Tom Holland?" So I just kind of just kept on walking. But I swear I saw Tom Holland for some reason.
Well, I mean, I'm surprised you didn't like jump him even for looking like him. That guy stole your girl.
Yeah, that's true. Zendaya is my queen. Also, the ending of Euphoria season ender pissed me off. So I was in shambles in my hotel room Sunday night.
Don't spoil it.
I'm not spoiling it. I'm just telling you, you're gonna hate it, and you're gonna hate Cassie. I don't care how much you like her.
I guess I'm gonna have to watch it. I mean, you guys, that's all you guys have been talking about.
It's not for you.
That's what I was thinking, but you know,
It's
you
not
guys
for
talk
you.
about it.
Well, we talk about it, but you're gonna. The only thing like hockey related is that Cassie skates in season 1, but that's the only that.
My life doesn't revolve around just straight up hockey. I mean, like, come on now.
That's debatable.
Okay, fair enough. But my team's in the shitter right now, so like, I could really care less about NHL hockey.
Well, at least your favorite sport's playing, man.
Okay, well, we're not gonna talk about that. We're just gonna continue with the TV series talk, and we're gonna talk about what drops on March 11th. I can't even think of the name of it.
F1 Drive to Survive.
Drive to Survive. That's it, right there.
Hunter's 4 laps down on it.
And I'm 4 laps down on it. I apologize, but
I
will be watching the next. I'll be watching the upcoming season for sure. You guys said it was really good, so
yeah.
But yeah, we'll be watching that. Hopefully, you guys will be too, and we'll be talking about the episodes every week. So that'll be fun.
Mm-hmm.
But speaking of F1, guys, they dropped their cars. You know, we're gonna put them right there. You guys can see it. Little clip art of it. But my favorite one, the McLaren. I love the look of it. The orange, the baby blue, and the black looks so clean. Looks really good. Weston, I know you were talking about it before. You had a favorite one as well.
I like the Mercedes and I like the Red Bull.
What?
I mean, I like the Red Bull.
The Red Bull hasn't changed in like 6 years.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it, apparently.
Yeah, clearly. And Max Verstappen's behind the wheel, so that thing's going to be fast either way.
Has to be, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Dev, what's your favorite one?
I like the McLaren, but I also like the Aston Martin and the Alpine car. It's kind of weird how
different.
Yeah, so it's like a dark, like a kind of like a candy blue and it's got that bright pink and it really stands out. So it would be nice to see it on the racetrack on Sunday.
Another car I liked was the Haas, but without all the Russian stuff on it. It looked
that thing looked clean once they ripped all that stuff off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh. But I guess they're not gonna kick Mazepin out because he's like FIA announced today that Russians can still race, but they just can't use the Russian flag. Like it's got to be like a neutral flag or something like that. So I don't.
That's what's weird because like that's what happened in the Olympics, and I heard that not the Olymp. Was it the Olympics or was it like the World Juniors?
No, it's the Olympics. They can still compete in the World Juniors under Russia. That has nothing to do with it. But the Olympics, there was a team that was caught cheating from Russia. So they're under like I don't know how long of a ban is, but they're the athletes of Russia now. They're not Russia. They're like Republic of Russia or something like that. They're not Russia though.
So and then I heard that there's some other hockey tournament coming up, and they're saying like Russia won't be banned from it, but they can't wear the Russian flag on their unit, which is like.
Yeah, it's either the World Championships or the World Juniors is coming back in August. I'm not sure which one it was.
Oh, it's I think it's the World Cup.
The World
Hockey.
The World what next year?
Or is it this?
I mean, there's so many different IIHFs. I'm sure I could figure it out by the time we. Right, like I'll probably look it up here in just a second when I let you guys start talking about like Supercross or something. But
I think the main point here is that we say we don't like Vladimir Putin and fuck Russia.
I agree, fuck Russia. Like it's which is really sad because playing hockey, I've come to know a lot of really good Russian kids that are actually pretty cool, and it's sad, but I consider them. Well, I consider them Americans anyways with us. So I mean they're
Well, there's a difference between good people and idiots, and Vladimir Putin is clearly a moron. Mm-hmm. So, but we're not a political podcast.
No, we're not. We're touching on that and then we're going. So
enough.
But But I'll have to look that up here in a few when we get to it. But yeah, so I'll let you guys talk about Supercross. I still was unable to watch. I know it was in Arlington this weekend. I was unfortunately not able to watch it. My brother played 7 games in 7 days this week.
Oh,
We
that's
talked about
right.
that
That's
on
right.
the last podcast, so I was finishing that out with him and doing some camera work for them. So
Let her rip, Cam.
yeah. Yeah, so if you guys want to talk about that real quick, I'm going to go ahead and look up what Dev was talking about. So be my guest, guys. Go ahead.
All right. So Jason Anderson running into Malcolm Stewart. This is becoming a theme.
So that happened in the first leg of the feature.
Yeah, so it was a Triple Crown event.
And then did you notice like in the second feature that they were either about to tangle again or like they were racing like hard as shit side by side in the second feature again?
Yeah.
Like, and then so like is there shit
I don't
going
know
on
if they're
between them two now? Like
I don't know. I guess
Malcolm,
I would assume.
Malcolm two-hand shows him in the back, dude. Like, what
no,
are
so
you doing?
so did you see after the checkered on the first race, Malcolm was pointing at him and then Anderson went like that to him. So I guess Malcolm's all talk and no bark, but
you mean all barks no bite?
Yeah, whatever. I'm still tired. I'm still jet lagged. I'll blame it on that. Other than me being stupid. But yeah, so but I guess I guess they have some beef now, but no, it's becoming a theme with Anderson to run into people. He's straight up just been running people over this year. I love it. I love the energy, and he's been fast. So I mean, it's kind of coming through, but I mean, I don't know. He needs to stop running into people because it cost him the race this week. It really cost him the win this week.
Yeah,
he still podiumed, but it cost him the win.
Yeah, so this is how bad it hurt him. He went to win the next 2 features,
and that was 1 point each.
So it's golf. It's like low score wins.
Right.
Tomac didn't win a single leg, and he was overall champion of the Triple Crown.
Yeah.
So and then how about the 250s, dude? Like
McAdoo was ripping, but dude, Jet Lawrence cannot get out of his own way.
He is so like, okay, how new on the circuit is he? Like he's not a rookie.
No, he's been here for a couple years. He's been in a couple of Team Fried videos with Jason, so he's been around. And he's Hunter Lawrence's brother.
Okay.
So he's been around and he's fast.
Yeah.
But,
I just didn't know if he's still kind of not like getting a grasp of, like I think it's too hard too early. He's not settling into like 5th or 7th, and like he's just whole shot or bust. It seems like.
I think really is whole shot or bust for him, but he's fast. I mean, clearly, but dude, whenever him and Faulkner like hit each other in the air, that was scary.
Oh my God, yeah.
That was so it broke. So I guess it broke Faulkner's collarbone, and it's the same collarbone he broke either last year or 2 years ago. And he said like it like broke the plate off of his collarbone, and it like smashed the bone in again. So like the screws came loose and stuff like that. So Faulkner's out, which sucks because I like Austin Faulkner a lot. He trains with Robbie Raynard in Oklahoma.
Oh, cool.
So, he was, and Tony would sometimes fix some of his bikes. He would take his bike to Tony.
I don't know who Tony is.
T-Fab Tony.
Oh, okay. But no. So was that in the third feature?
Yeah, the third feature was whenever he and Faulkner got into each other, but so it wasn't like
Jet came from
the back because he's
20th or whatever and was just past him for 3rd. Like, do you think if he wouldn't have messed up through the whoops,
he wouldn't have messed up, he probably would have. If he wouldn't have, maybe, I don't know.
He was
because he won the second feature, didn't he?
Yeah, I think he won by a country mile.
Yeah, and because he won it by a country mile in the second feature, and he fell in the first feature because I didn't get back to my hotel room until like the second features were going on.
I think he got all the way up to like 5th in the second feature or something like that.
Jeez,
dude, he's
He's fast, but I mean, I think it's just one of those nights for him. He'll be fine this week. Where do they go this week?
I thought I wrote it down. It's not St. Louis. I'm not sure. Oh, Daytona.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, because I told Riley, I said, I'll come and help, but we are not missing Daytona. He said, no, I've got the TV loaded in the trailer already. We're not missing. So
good man. But yeah, so Tomac leads by 6 points now in the points over Anderson. Do we think Anderson is going to settle it down to try and make a points run, or is he going to run over someone again in Daytona? I think my money's on he's going to run someone over.
I don't know. I mean, there's got to be a point where he looks at it and it's like, okay, like I have a chance to be the champion here, and he kind of settles it down. But man, Tomac is fast,
but Anderson's been fast too, but he just hasn't been consistent like Tomac
and
has.
That's the thing. Like I think Anderson's gonna try, to be constantly up front, and he'll probably run into trouble. But I mean, anything can happen, it seems like, with the Supercross side of things. So
that's true. I mean, Anderson could fall down in training this week and break his arm. So
exactly. And
I mean, knock on wood, that doesn't happen.
Yeah, for sure. Because I would love to see a close points battle between them two coming down to the end. Mm-hmm. Maybe even throw Sexton in there, because Sexton's not too far out. I mean, Sexton's
just had bad luck too.
Yeah. Yep. Because he wiped out on
last lap at Minneapolis. Yeah.
Yep. I mean, basically coming to the checker, like he had 20 feet left.
Yeah. So, but yeah, like, and that's another thing. Like, if Anderson just puts himself in those spots, if he just like keeps running on the podium, maybe stuff like that will happen for him too. Like first place will like just randomly mess up or something like that. So I think that's what Anderson needs to do. He just needs to be consistent, stay up front, and stop running into people, please, so I can stop looking at it on Twitter. It's hard being a Team Pride fan out here.
How many races do they got left?
They go till May, so they got about a month and 2 months left now.
So
it doesn't sound like their season's long.
It goes from January to May.
Oh, okay. So yeah, a few months.
So like literally the first weekend of January, they're at Anaheim 1.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So,
what'd you find out, Hunter?
I found out that the IIHF, which is International Ice Hockey Federation, has suspended Russia and Belarus from all international play. You can't even play if you're Russian or Belarusian. So
wow,
they've suspended them completely, so they can't play.
What was that upcoming tournament?
The World Juniors.
That was.
And I knew it was coming. It's coming up in August because it was supposed to be in January or December, January, but COVID shut it down.
But they pushed it back. Okay.
Well, they were mid-tournament. Everyone tested positive.
That's right. Yeah.
But I think it's really cool, and shout out to the IHF there, because it's an under 20 tournament. But guys that were in the tournament, they're grandfathering them and honoring that they were there, so they can come back and play. And the cool thing is they're starting the whole tournament over, so even if your tournament was done, you still got a chance again. So that thing's pretty cool.
Thank God, because I think U.S. started out shitty.
They started out like dog shit, but yeah, it was pretty bad. But
hockey.
Yeah, hockey. Hey, how about that Red Wings Leafs game, Weston?
They scored more points than the Super Bowl.
Yeah, no shit, they did. Oh my lord, 17 goals. Yeah, 10-7 win for the Leafs. But I mean, shit.
It's a points night for everybody.
Yeah, it's a points night.
Horrible night for me, who had the
under. Oh, that is a tough look.
Who was the one he's like a rookie this year, and he had 5 points alone that game?
Maybe
Duchesne?
Maybe Cider.
I think, dude. I don't know.
No,
I didn't watch. I just looked at it. I was like, oh, that's not good. But speaking of hockey, I went to Madison Square Garden while I was in New York City, and I sent you guys a picture of of that beam with the Rangers on it. So that was cool. But so apparently they had a Knicks game early, like at noon that day, and then they had a Rangers game at 7:30 that night. Mm-hmm. So apparently they switched it from basketball to hockey in 7 hours, which is insane to me.
Well, do you know what they do? I mean,
They
yeah,
lay
so
like
so they lay the wood like they had the ice down, but they like lay like something on top of it, and then they like
they
lay the
lay
court,
wood
like the
down.
basketball court down. But like the barriers are always up. So yeah, I know that. But
yeah,
I didn't realize that they could do it that fast.
yeah, it's pretty crazy. If you like watch like a time lapse, it takes like a couple hours. It's pretty crazy.
I'm sure they've done it at least a couple times.
Yeah, they've got it down to a science now.
Well, like, yeah, no, I'm sure, but like then you think about like teams like they have at Staples because they got the Clippers,
It's not
the
the
Lakers.
It's
whatever.
It's not. I don't even know what it's called
It's
anymore.
crypto.com.
That's right,
whatever.
crypto.com or crypto.net center.
Shut up, Devin.
I
you
saw
NFT.
a picture of it with the new like banner above the doors, and somebody said it'll always be the Staples Center to
It
me.
will always be the Staples Center, so that's
yeah,
all I'm ever gonna call it.
But yeah, like you think of that, they got the Clippers, the Lakers, and the Kings.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's got to be like hell. And then they like do events in there too. Like
Yeah.
those people are constantly busy.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm sure it pays pretty well to be that busy
I
all the
doubt
time.
it.
I doubt it because it's Los Angeles, California.
Fair enough. I didn't think about that either, but I mean, whatever.
They make enough money to live in a shack on like the side of the street.
Well, but I mean, all those workers, you probably gotta think about who all you've met and passed by in the hallways while you're working. So I mean, that just the experience alone, I think it'd be pretty cool. But I mean,
Working in sports is a pretty cool experience.
yeah, I bet it
gotta
is.
say.
I mean, you
Yeah,
know
it's cool.
firsthand. I would love to work in sports, but sadly,
Yeah, it's cool.
How's Tim?
Yeah, how's Tim?
Tim is now the manager of the AAA Tacoma Rainers.
He's a manager now.
So he retired.
He got
after
promoted.
So he retired because he went to the Olympics to play with Team USA,
Mhm.
and I guess like he came back and like I guess he was hurt or something, but he never played past August, and then like I saw on Twitter that he announced his retirement. And he's a manager for the Tacoma Rainers, and that's the AAA team for the Seattle Mariners.
Yeah, that's.
You think
that's
you
pretty
giving
cool.
me that huge baseball card jinxed it?
I think it did.
You gave me that, and you like snapped me after Knoxville, and you're like, dude, I have no idea where the hell Tim is at. And then you were like, oh, I just found out he's in the Olympics, and Olympics are done, and you're like, there's still no Tim. And it was like a whole month after that, and you're like, Tim's fucking traded or something. Or
Yeah, I think he was just
he just
gone.
like retired.
Yeah, well, Tim was a minor league lifer for the most part. He played for the Rangers 2 years ago, and I actually saw him hit a home run with the Rangers. But yeah, Tim was like a 12-year vet. He was like one of those guys that just went like up and down between AAA and the MLB.
He's just a locker room guy.
He's a huge.
He was a
locker room
locker-
guy.
Huge locker room guy, locker room chemistry guy, if you will.
Oh, for sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
all I can
But-
think about is the picture of you guys at Knoxville. We won't show that,
Yeah.
but you know.
Yeah,
it's
anyway, I really
it's a
didn't-
fantastic picture.
I really wasn't expecting to have Tim Federowicz talk in the podcast tonight, but that's okay.
Tim
Hey,
Federowicz.
man.
Well, I mean, it's hard to not talk about like baseball right now with like BS that's going on there, but you know, we won't dive into it. Weston doesn't want to hear about it, so
I look at it enough.
yeah.
Should we shift into the IndyCar?
I think we should definitely shift into the.
I
IndyCar.
say we fall down into this IndyCar conversation. If you know, you know.
I don't
Did
know.
you see that?
Yeah, that's what I was referring to.
I'm guessing Hunter didn't see
No,
it.
I didn't. I don't know.
Go ahead and tell Devin.
So obviously, Scott,
you gotta put the picture of it in if we're doing clip art now.
Okay,
So-
sure. I guess look
so
right
Scott-
here or here, whichever. I don't know.
so Scott McLaughlin got his first win, and he was so amped up. Like, I mean, anybody would be, right? You know, and he gets out of the car and he kind of jumps and does like one of those like, you know, like fist pumps or whatever, and he freaking stumbled on the landing and freaking falls over, like is laid on his back. It's funny. But did you catch any of that IndyCar race, Weston, or were you too busy in the Big Apple?
I was too busy in the Apple. I tried to keep up with it on Twitter, but I was out walking around. So
I guess I'll give a pretty brief rundown
Yeah,
here.
definitely.
So this was actually very interesting race. It was the first time Firestone offered two tire compound for like an IndyCar race. So
wait,
so
so
they
they
had
had
like
so they
they
had
had
the
the
other
red.
option. They had the
Yeah,
other option.
yeah. So they had the red sidewall and then just the primary, like the plain black sidewall
They've done
Firestone.
that. They've done that before.
Really? Well, so maybe it's the first time at St. Petersburg
Okay.
because they were saying it like I just probably misunderstood. They were saying it was like the first time, so maybe just for that race then. Yeah, so I mean that played a huge factor into like the pit strategy side of things, where the only driver that I believe started on the primaries was Will Power, and he almost made it work. Like they got a kind of early, almost mid-race caution and Scott was on the Reds, and it was those two were the only two that hadn't made their first pit stop yet. So they were just kind of playing cat and mouse, where Will was trying to push him to make him pit, even though they're teammates. Then a yellow comes out, and so it saved Scott, and it hurt Will because Will came in, put on Reds, and then he kind of fell back a little bit after that because the Reds were just getting eaten up instantly. And it was a pretty cool race though. Like I've never seen St. Petersburg race. It seems like it's a mix of just like a normal road course and then like with a little bit of street.
They have the the front stretch is like the airplane at the airport.
Yeah, which is really cool. Like I text my mom on Sunday. I'm like, hey, like how far is St. Petersburg from you? Because she's at Panama City Beach. She's like, it's 7 hours. I'm like, oh, screw it. Like
Screw that, yeah.
Yeah. So but yeah, no, like, and then towards the end, Alex Palou was running second, and Jimmy Johnson was about to be a lap down, pulls an old Red Bull move and starts kind of holding up Scott to give Alex a fighting chance. Like literally cut the lead down from like 3 seconds down to like 1 or something. It was insane. But I mean, Alex was able to get around Scott, obviously, and Scott held out for his first win. So that's pretty cool.
Scott McLaughlin's a good dude. I like him. And I also he's a good follow on Twitter. And he's also it's weird how like he just like randomly became an IndyCar driver because he was driving V8 supercars in Australia for Roger Penske. So I don't know if like the Shell Pennzoil people just wanted him to go to IndyCar randomly or what, but I mean, I don't hate that he's here. I like watching him race.
Yeah, and he seems to be a very good driver. I mean,
he's also Aussie.
Second year in IndyCar, isn't it? Because he was a rookie last year. And
he was a rookie last year. And he got the pole this year. He got the pole for the race, and he won the race.
And here's what's the crazy thing. Like last year, his total laps led last year was 5 laps.
And he just went out and dominated.
Yeah, he went out and led at the first 36 laps, and then they had that caution, and then he pitted. So I don't know what his end tally was on laps led, but more than 5.
I would assume he led the most laps then.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Wait, did Scott McLaughlin run the Chili Bowl or something?
No, that was Santino Ferrucci.
Oh, that's right.
That's another IndyCar guy. So like right. the IndyCar guys that come and run the Chili Bowl are Santino, Connor Daly, and someone else I can't remember off the top of my head now.
Isn't there a drag guy that comes and runs it too?
Yeah, Cruz Pentagon.
Yeah,
that guy. That's who I was confusing McLaughlin with. I don't know why. But
so during the COVID shutdown, Scott actually got to run the World of Outlaw side of like the COVID races.
Maybe that's what it was. I was supposed to say, I know I've heard the name Scott McLaughlin, but on dirt.
Because like people were kind of like pissed off. They seemed like about it because they're like, this dude has nothing to do with sprint car racing. Like, why?
But still, that's kind of cool. Like you got IndyCar drivers coming. I mean, like, I think that's pretty cool.
I think it is cool too. I mean, you're like, it's not real. You know,
but I mean, still,
but he's still getting introduced to sprint cars. So, and I thought it was really cool. And
yeah,
we weren't doing anything for those
right. So
however many months. So why the hell not let him just join? I mean,
well, and you got. I mean, I don't really want to say any names, but you got guys on there that have no business being on there either. That are just some local guys like that.
Yeah.
So I don't know why you wouldn't include a big name like that. Like, So
Yeah.
that just doesn't
I
sit
just
well with me.
I think just ever since COVID, dude, like people want to bitch about anything, and like as soon as they have a reason, it's like this is what we're gonna bitch about today, and I
Course.
think that's just kind of what it boiled down to.
Oh
Speaking
well.
of people bitching, so the NASCAR race, Chase Elliott is a fraud, is what I've come to learn.
That's gonna be an interesting. It's gonna be an interesting summer with those two. I mean, teammates at
Dude,
the Chili Bowl with the midgets and stuff. It's kind of funny.
Dude, I become less and less of a Chase Elliott fan.
Yeah, after he's won that title, he's kind of turned like baby shit soft. It seems like.
Well, it's because they put Larson in the same equipment that he got to run, and he's getting his ass whooped. That's why.
Yeah, like now Larson's dominating, and I mean, I'm not trying to like pick sides or anything, but I mean, like Larson's dominating. Okay, yeah, I mean, we get it. I know you don't like him, but I'm trying to stay as neutral as possible here. But I mean, Larson's dominating.
I'm just the co-host. I will have my opinion, my radical
Be my
opinions.
guest. We're all hosts here. We're all co-hosts. So just because I had the idea to start it doesn't mean anybody's above anybody else. Everyone has their opinions.
Okay, but I mean, it's just like did you guys watch that video I sent you of his radio?
Well, here, we're gonna roll the clip here real quick.
Roll the clip.
Hang on. Stupid motherfucker! Cool, 5. He's a fucking idiot. Outside. Another one outside here. Fucking broke again. Piece of shit, motherfucker. God damn it! Hey, it broke that right rear again. So. What the fuck is he doing, man? That was a dick move by him for sure. I wasn't even fucking close. I mean, I'm like way outside. Next time, hold your wheel, turn left.
So yeah, rolled the clip, and we all saw.
See what
I
mean?
Yeah, I mean, he just kind of. I mean, it
ended up being that Larson's spotter said he called him late, but I mean, whatever.
So Larson's spotter took the blame for that?
Larson's spotter took the blame for that.
Okay.
Which, I mean, that would make sense because he came up like 2 lanes across the track. I mean, That's not something you would just do randomly.
Right, but here's one thing, and I'll throw it over to you in just a second, Dev. I'm sorry to cut you off, but it looked like he was gonna run it high anyways. So like, I mean, it just kind of looked like he swung it out just a bit too much. It didn't look like he was trying to just, oh hey, I see him here, going straight. I'm not
just gonna door my teammate.
Yeah, like that's just not gonna happen. Like
looks like me and Devin at Slideways.
Oh, great times. Anyways, go ahead, Dev. What's up?
So kind of thinking as a driver, he's got a spotter, and he didn't say like specifically like, hey, there's somebody outside. Like the thing to do at that race was you're either on the fence and like you're gonna get a huge run going down the straightaway. So probably what Kyle was hearing is like he was calling car high, like outside, and maybe he was like, shit, like I gotta block the outside lane or otherwise I'm gonna get passed and lose another spot. So I think that's where he was coming up trying to break the momentum of Chase, and unfortunately he just did it too late and got into it.
Yeah.
I don't think it was intentional or anything like that at all.
I didn't see it intentionally, but
dude, how good is it to see cup cars like ripping it and like getting loose and like actually like running against the fence? That was
pretty cool.
That's probably that's one of the better NASCAR races I've watched in a long time.
Yeah, it looks
pretty
really,
cool.
really racy.
Dude, I wish they would figure it out with the damn wheels though. Cause like if they all blow out, then they're just stuck there.
Yeah. How many cars got stuck? Was it 2?
All of them. They've been getting stuck since Daytona. So they had to get the wrecker and like pick up the whole front of the car and drag them to the pit. So I mean they'll figure it out, but right now it's just annoying.
Yeah.
Did you see who's in the 77 car?
I
don't know. It's your number, Dev.
I can't remember right now. Josh Balicki. Josh Balicki.
somebody not important. Okay, so he was
Wow.
poor
I mean,
guy.
he's in the Cup Series, and we're talking about him. So
So okay, he's probably running 30th. So
yeah,
dude like spins out, is in the grass, and these poor two like track officials are like, given that they're all just pushing, trying to get out.
they can't get
No,
Well,
oh,
that's
jeez.
that's a tough look for those guys.
oh
Well,
yeah.
but the whole thing about it is like the whole Larson and Elliott thing shouldn't have happened because Tyler Reddick should have won that damn race.
Oh, dude,
Oh, Dev and Tyler
that
Reddick.
was such a heartbreak.
Dude, he was ripping.
He was
So,
fast.
it was towards the end of the first segment. He radioed to his team like, my whole left leg is numb. Like I can't feel it. So now like the booth people picked up on that and they like played the audio, for the fans at home. And so now like the booth guys are like, what's going to like, is he going to be able to finish? Like he's going to be so uncomfortable. And we just started this race. And so like his pit crew was like handing him sugar packets to try to get like blood flowing in that leg again. And they gave him like ibuprofen, like on pit road. It was nuts. And then, yeah, unfortunately, he blew that left rear and then
Dude, where the hell was he going?
And then Byron body slammed.
Dude, like a bunch of cars were like went by him, and you see Byron just come up and like just murder him on the inside.
Like, what was the
Like,
point of
it's
that?
It's legit. Like you see like the 8 car like just that like on the screen, and then like out of nowhere you just see this rainbow car just come fly in there and hit him.
That was crazy. That was so
Gordon
funny.
was somewhere punching air.
No, Jeff Gordon was mad as hell.
Oh man, that is so funny. Like,
Isn't he like team manager or something now for Hendrick?
He's team manager and videographer.
Okay. I knew he got hired on. He got hired on at Hendrick for something, right?
Yeah, he's like just below Rick Hendrick. So whenever Rick Hendrick dies, essentially, it's going to be Jeff Gordon's team.
I mean, rightfully so, I guess. It's Jeff Gordon. I mean,
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that was pretty funny when I saw it. And then the hostility in the Twitter group chat after that. I wasn't trying to be a doucher. I was literally saying, what was the point of him hitting him? I just didn't understand it.
No. You were like, what was the point of that? I'm like, dude, I sent it in here
I
for
thought it was
podcast
funny.
reasons, man.
I thought it was funny. Well, no, I was just wondering what the hell he was doing. I had no idea.
Oh, okay, my bad.
No, I was
the dude, he had like 100 feet of track. And
I wasn't. It wasn't
that racetrack.
Weston.
That racetrack was 4 lanes wide, and he still managed to hit the car at the very top of the track.
That's a
And
tough
I'm sure he
look.
had 2 wheels under the white line running the APEC, like the apron, and still
just body
so he
slams.
came across 4.5 lanes.
Dude,
if there's anyone good like everybody else.
If there's anyone that does not run the top, it's William Byron.
Dude, he straight catfishes that bottom, but
I'm not a William Byron fan by any means.
I mean, I have no say.
Was it Byron or Bowman, the one that made it off of iRacing?
Joe Byron.
It was Byron. Bowman is a racer. I like Alex Bowman.
Like Joe Byron?
No.
Oh, okay. Not that guy? Okay, never mind.
Not that guy.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, let's go, Brandon. Let's go, Brandon. Hold on. Before we
You're
get...
not political.
We're not political. Well,
Stop.
That's a racing thing, though. That's where it all started. So, I mean...
Brandon Brown ran 11th in the
Doesn't-
Xfinity race.
There you go.
I think.
That's how we're going to split this to racing.
Yeah.
But, so, obviously it was intentional with Chase spinning himself out.
Yeah.
Like
don't wear white gloves, you dumbass.
Yeah, like you could literally see his hands.
I like how he spun himself out and Larson still won the race.
I know.
Yeah, so was he doing that trying to get Larson to not win?
Yeah, he was trying to.
Yeah.
He was trying to. Yeah.
He said the right rear broke, but we all know that's a lie.
Oh, right rear broke. It's done. It's done.
What
Bullshit.
do you say, Hunter? SMH my head.
SMH my head. Golly.
Jeez.
SMH
All right.
my
So they go to Vegas this week,
I think so,
right?
Yeah, Vegas.
I think so. and then they go to Phoenix, and then they're back on the they're back somewhere. I don't know. West Coast swing right now. But Outlaws, they didn't race this week.
No, got rained out at the mag and
Somewhere else in Cajun country.
I think
Yeah,
that was
somewhere.
it. There was a
Was
2-day
it 2 nights
show.
at the mag?
Yeah.
Okay, well then
Friday,
2 nights of the
Saturday.
mag got rained out. Then they go.
And they're
where are they?
They're
oh,
Cotton Bowl.
Cotton Bowl.
Yep.
Yeah, almost. If I wasn't busy this
Cot-
weekend, I almost would drive
So
down there.
they're-
But
So they're going to Cotton Bowl this weekend, and then next weekend they're back at the Thunder Bowl. I'm so excited.
At
I love
Tulare?
Tulare. I love Tulare.
dude, have you ever been to Tulare?
I want to go
Have
so
either
bad.
of you been to Tulare?
I would love
Dude,
to
that
go.
place is so bad, boy, bro. And they're up on the fence. Oh man.
I want to go. I want to go see. I want to go to a Trophy Cup. That's where I
Dude,
want to go.
Trophy Cup would be sick. Let's take a podcast trip to Trophy Cup.
All right.
Yes.
Yeah. I went there for the Peter Murphy Classic. It was pretty cool.
So I was looking at the calendar and I saw that race is in May, and I was seeing if I can just get it to work to where I can go out there for that race, but it's too late in May where I think I would be basically starting classes again. So I unfortunately I won't
race?
do it for the Peter Murphy.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it was I was just randomly out there. I was visiting someone out there, and we were
Your side piece.
No, not a side piece. She was my girlfriend at the time. But we were actually at Lemoore that night, and then that Lemoore ended up finishing early, so we the B feature just rolled out over at Tulare, so we booked it over at Tulare and watched Peter Murphy, the A feature, which one of the McMahons absolutely killed themselves off the start of that race. I mean, it was bad, but I mean, other than that, I think Kading won it, and he was up on the fence the whole fucking time. It was sick. And no, he didn't stab the flag through the belly of the wing this time, but
That's unfortunate.
I know, very sad. But then at the Peter Murphy Classic, they have they almost like an F1 thing. They give them all champagne.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Because it's Peter Murphy, and that's what they do in Australia.
right.
Yeah.
Well, so they all have champagne, right? And then it was so funny. Gio Selzy was second place. Dude had no business with fucking champagne in his hand. Dude was
He's probably
13 at the
12
time.
and a half.
He's 13. He was 13 at the time, or maybe 14 or something like that. But regardless, it was just really funny because he was drinking it, and everyone was just like,
Oh well.
"Oh well, it doesn't matter." I mean, you ran second to Peter Murphy at Tulare, so I mean, that's pretty damn good.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it was, dude. Tulare's so sick. I cannot wait for the Outlaws to go there. It's been forever since they've been there.
Almost 2 years.
Yeah,
I'd say it's
because they
probably
got their West Coast swing has been canceled every single year since COVID at least.
Yeah.
Yes, but
Dude, so I was gonna go. So whenever everything was shutting down, I was going to the Outlaw race at Cotton Bowl that weekend, and we were.
that
I was
got shut
sitting
down?
at. Yeah, so I was sitting with Christian Kennison in at Canes, right by Texas Motor Speedway. We were planning to go there. We just filled up the truck with fuel and everything, and I was just looking at my phone. I was like, "Oh, dude." And I showed him, and it was that tweet from the Outlaws that said they're canceling the whole entire swing, and they're canceling all of Texas and stuff like that. And the Shark guys usually stay with the Kennison, so I got to go. So I was at the Kennison's house. So Bobby Allen and Jacob and Logan were there. So I was eating dinner with them, and I was like, dude, they drove all the way from Pennsylvania to Texas just for it to be canceled.
All to eat dinner with Weston.
I'll eat dinner with Weston.
So one of my cooler stories is I've had a beer with Bobby Allen.
That's pretty cool. I mean,
Yeah.
me being a Logan Schuchart stan, I'm pretty jealous of that one. So
You are a Logan Schuchart stan.
I am 100%. I'm a Shark Racing stan. We'll put it that way. I'm a Shark Racing stan because I do like Jacob, but Logan, dude,
Yeah.
he rips. But
Logan rips.
Logan rips. I mean, Jacob
I-
is getting
I
better.
also like Logan's dog.
Logan's dog. I like Sheldon's dog. Pella.
I like Pella, but
Pella's always super
what's,
nice to me at Knoxville.
Pella's a good girl. But
Pella's a good girl.
what is their bulldog's name?
Logan's?
Yeah,
Isn't it Chomp?
no,
I don't know. I almost need to look that
I
up.
can't remember. I can't remember his name.
Let's see if I can figure it out real quick.
Figure it out real quick. Get on the Goog.
Anyway, someone tell a story while I'm looking this up.
It's worth a Google.
It's
I mean, it's gotta be on his Twitter. It's gotta be on his Twitter or something, right?
or on his merch shop. it should be on there. But so Devin, I didn't find the no. So remember I told you I was going to go to that Italian place?
Maybe.
Okay, so it was Sunday night. So this Italian place, I can't remember what it's called, but what they do is it's a place where like they like serve you like it's like a family like serving. So like this lasagna we had was like a 3-pound lasagna, and it's supposed to and it's supposed to like feed like 5 people. But I more or less ate half of this lasagna, and it's probably one of the best lasagnas I've ever made. This isn't like no Stouffer's one that you throw in the oven for 45 minutes. This is authentic. This is authentic New York style lasagna.
Chef's kiss?
You went full Garfield on it, huh? Just
Dude, I had lasagna 2 out of the 4 days we were there, and then I had chicken fettuccine Alfredo, and then I had some weird Mediterranean thing from off the street, and this guy was asking me for $1, and the guy, like schizophrenia is like a really like big thing there. So like if you're whenever you're on a subway, like you'll just hear people like talking to themselves. It's so weird. And this guy was like,
just Weston sitting in the tree.
It's legit. Like I'm legit just sitting there, and you see this guy over there just like talking to himself in in the reflection in the window, like having a full blown conversation. It's so funny.
Yeah, New York's a different animal.
Did you find the name?
I did. And you got one guess each. Let's see what we got. You got one guess
I already
each.
guessed.
Oh yeah, you said Chomp. What do you think?
Chop.
No, Bubba.
But that's
it's
what it
Bubba.
was. Yeah.
It is. It's
Bubba.
Bubba.
What a
Bubba.
stupid dog name.
Nah.
Shut up,
I like
Devin.
Bubba.
Bear's a stupid dog name.
Hey,
No,
dude,
hey, don't you dare hate on Bear.
I didn't get to pick it.
Don't you dare hate on Bear.
I was gonna change it to Winston, but
Winston,
We
like the
were-
cup.
yeah,
Like,
So
he
we
did-
were
he
on
did
the
what in his
cigarette?
cup?
yeah, like NASCAR Winston Cup.
You
But-
should have named him Piston.
Piston cup.
That's
He
the
did
real
what in his
championship.
cup?
So we were on the way home from Oklahoma City when we picked him up, and I was like, Winston did move, and I'm like, Bear, and he freaking shoots right to the front seat, and I'm like, I can't change your name. He's like, you don't even listen to anything else. So
It's not like he listens in general.
no, he doesn't
So
at
his
all.
name was Bear before you guys got him.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He was from the shelter.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I forgot.
So,
Yeah. No.
But-
On that
That's the
on
same
that
way-
topic.
That's the same way whenever people ask me about my dog Rooster. Like, well, why'd you name him Rooster? That's just what his name was when I got him.
Yeah.
And Rooster's a 130-pound lab. He's a big, thick boy.
Thick boy. Big old thickums. And then
He's a
I
thick boy.
just got a purebred Australian Shepherd over here, like straight preppy. Golly, I feel you guys got like
I mean,
shelter dogs, and I got like a preppy purebred.
So my 2 dogs, I have Rooster. He's a chocolate lab from the shelter, but Ari is a dog I found on Facebook Marketplace that some guy was selling on Facebook for $100, and he said that she was a black lab, but she's not a black lab. She's a mix between something and a black lab because she's like a very small version of a black lab. But anyway,
She's a mini.
she's mine. That's what I call her. I call her a mini black lab. But yeah, she's mine, and she's insane.
Yeah, I got my purebred that just turned a year old, Baker. He's a good boy. And then
Of course, you named it Baker. You
Baker
stand.
Mayfield. What a guy.
It's just sober Johnny Manziel.
That's
Exactly.
sick. Johnny Manziel is a hero.
And Johnny Manziel was also a bust, just like Baker Mayfield's fixing to be.
I mean, unless he can pick it up, I mean,
He's not
whatever.
going to. Let's be real.
I mean, I don't know.
This is
Hope he
Cleve.
does.
This is Cleveland we're talking about.
I don't know. Dylan Gabriel stand now though. So
Stop.
How funny is it that they were saying Odell was the problem? They get rid of him, and Odell goes and gets a ring.
Wins a Super Bowl. Yeah.
And he was balling out in that game before he blew his knee out.
Yeah, he was. Oh man, that's tough. That's a tough look. Oh,
Ah,
it
jeez.
didn't look
Well,
too good.
Anyway,
But yeah, then I got
Anyway.
I got a mutt that someone was getting ready to take the shelter, so picked her up. Her name's Lily. And then
don't talk about Cam like that.
No, it's not Cam. Cam's a good boy. Cam's a good boy.
Then you got CCM.
No, it's not
Pause.
CCM. It's Bauer.
I know. Remember, I
Pause.
call it I call it CCM because it pisses me off every time I go.
I call it Nike hockey because that's really old.
It's Nike Bauer.
I'll be sitting on the couch and Bauer's like trying to fucking just eat my face. I'm like, CCM, knock
CCM, knock it off. Yeah, but he was one. It was these parents bought the dog, bought him as a puppy for their kid, and he's like, the kid was like autistic or something, and he was too hyperactive for him, so they were like just giving him away, and it was on Facebook. So I just said, yeah, I'll take him. Went and picked him up. So that was cool.
Perfect.
So we got 3 pups here. It's it's a house full. I'm sure you guys hear them every now and then on the recording because they don't shut up. So
Dog talk on the Race Ready Media podcast.
absolutely. I mean, have to. We have to.
I have 6 dogs. So I have my 2, and then I have 2 wiener dogs named Bentley and Izzy, and then I have a mutt named Hank. I don't know what he is.
Hank's
He's
a good boy though.
Hank's a cross between a Shar-Pei and a pit bull, I think.
Yeah,
and
but
then
Hank's a good boy.
Hank is awesome. And then we have Jay. Jay's new. That's my dad's dog. That's the cow dog. He's an Australian Shepherd.
I was gonna say
yeah.
he's the Aussie. Yeah.
Yeah, he's an Aussie.
Yeah, I have, and then Baker. I went and picked up 2. I went to pick up 2 other Aussies with Baker. So I got Kelsey that's my brother's dog. He lives with my brother and my parents, and then Charlotte, which is actually named after the racetrack Charlotte, believe it or not, Charlotte International, over in North Carolina. She's another Aussie, and she lives with my aunt and her 2 children. So it's pretty cool. It was a plane ride full back and a car trip back for that's a story for another time. It was a nightmare story. But, that was a tough weekend.
This podcast has had it all tonight.
Yeah, it's got it all. Maybe if I remember next week, maybe we can. Oh, that leads me into one of our final things, Q&A. We're looking to start a Q&A segment on this podcast, and I know we're all over the place tonight, but that is one thing that did need to be talked about. Twitter DMs, Instagram DMs. If you have
comment on the video,
comments on the video. If you have our Snapchats or our phone numbers, if whatever. We're not going to give those out, but if you have them and you have questions, send them over. Like we would love to answer some questions, and you guys can get our takes on that, and we'll pop your question up on the screen. You can get some screen time, so that'd be pretty cool. But yeah, if you want,
it can be any question that doesn't relate to bear traps or
hand grenades.
Or hand grenades. Those are my 2 bugaboos.
Those are my 2 bugaboos. No, but you can ask us anything. I'm on the hockey side. You can even ask hockey things, and those 2 like to comment on it as well. So, but obviously we're a racing podcast, but nothing political though. Please, nothing political.
Even though we got political,
but that was just because whatever.
Russia.
Yeah, Russia.
So I got to kind of apologize to my buddy Tanner. I realized after we wrapped up the last podcast, I was in the shower and I'm like, I mispronounced his last name.
No.
Yes. So okay, it's a very
fake
it's
friend.
a very common mistake. So we got Riley Kreisel and we have Tanner Kreisel. Literally, it's like a couple letters.
Yeah, that is like close. Close.
I called him Tanner Kreisel, which it's Kreisel. And then so he texted me on I think it was like Thursday or something. He's like, man, I can't find your guys' podcast. And like a total donkey, dude. I said, it's Race Day Media. And he's like, text me back in like a half hour. He's like, I still can't find it. So I'm like, I'm at work. I'm like, dude, like, what the hell? So I just go up, copy the link, send it to him. And he's like, it's Race
Ready.
Race Ready. And I'm like,
moron.
Oh my God.
You moron.
So I'll just mess with him. I'm like, well, it's basically the same thing. And so Tanner working for Off Axis Painting and being a jokester, he's like, that's literally like me saying that I work for On Axis and not that's the same thing still.
It's still the same thing. But no, shout out to your buddy Tanner. No, he's, hopefully we can get him on board with some with a little bit of a sponsorship, just shout out to him,
Yeah,
if you ever want to help out the podcast, Tanner, that'd be dope. But
I just want a shirt.
Yeah, we all just want shirts. We'll wear shirts or hats.
Sponsor me a t-shirt.
Sponsor, yeah.
Well,
we need shirts.
well, I think the deal we proposed to him was
I'll give you an ad read.
His boss sent us shirts and hats, and we will interview him his boss once, because that would be a dope interview.
That'd be sweet, yeah.
And we'll plug his company
Yeah,
for a couple.
we'll plug his company. I mean, we could plug it every episode. There can always be ad breaks in there, you know. So I really don't mind. Tub kind of takes the spot for the interview, but we can always swap it out, you know. So, but hopefully we can get us an interview here coming up. I know we got a few stored up. Well, not stored up, but you know, in mind to get after. So hopefully we can.
They're probably tired of seeing my ugly mug.
I mean, they probably just want to, you know, change of pace. You know, get some different people on here. But
well, we have Dale here.
Hello, Dale. How are you,
Tanner? I know you're probably listening at the shop. Please,
Tanner.
Please have your boss.
Yeah.
Listen to this. Listen to us three idiots. Listen to us three idiots ramble on about nonsense.
Weston, that is not going to help us, okay? If you start just straight ripping people's eardrums out, it's not going to help our cause, okay? Thank you.
Okay.
No, but boys, we've been going for a while. Any final notes before we wrap this up here for this week?
NASCAR in Vegas, Outlaws in Texas, Supercross in Daytona.
USAC, I think. Midgets. I know midgets are coming this week. Midgets are back this week. I'm not sure where.
No, Shamrock is.
Shamrock's in a couple weeks.
Yeah, it's 2 weeks.
Or is it Power I then? Because I know Cannon said back on track this week. I saw a picture of Cannon. I'm not sure, but I mean, if the midgets are somewhere, I'm pretty sure they are. We'll cover that as well. But
yeah,
we'll update you guys next week on the podcast with whatever we watch. So
I'll give you guys I mean, I know it's not a very big series, but the ASCS Elite non-wing season.
At I-30?
Yeah, it's I-30, so I'll be there personally, so.
That's cool. Yeah. You'll
go
definitely.
Riley Kreisel!
Yeah, go Riley Kreisel. We are Riley Kreisel stands around these parts, so. Hopefully Riley does good over there, Dev. You'll have to let us know how everything went and if there's any shenanigans going on.
Well, if it goes like any other time that I've helped him.
Oh man, the bleeders,
dude,
the
I feel so bad for him because he's such a competitor, and he all he wants to do is win, and it's so fun going to work with a guy that it's win or bust. So because I mean I'm also pretty competitive. I don't like losing, so
yeah, of course.
I've helped him probably just a handful of times. And the first night I helped him, the right rear axle or the axle snapped, junked a car, woke up the next morning, put the car together, went to double X. Somebody monster trucked us, ran us off the track, running like fifth. Then I go to help him at Knoxville in the bleeder
Horn
stuck.
Belt Nationals.
Yeah, the horn belt.
Yeah, the old horn belt. The bleeder stuck in the right rear.
Yeah, almost landed in Dingus.
Yeah, that was tough.
Leading it.
Yeah.
Over Sunshine. Like Sunshine had nothing for him, and then the bleeder stuck.
And the bleeder stuck. He was ripping at Knoxville. That was crazy.
So then I went to the Hawkett that same year and had to do motor swap second night, and then the Saturday portion, something just stupid, like radius rod broke on the front axle and had a DNF. And it's so like, you put so much time and effort into a weekend like that, and something's minor that you can't even control happens, and it's definitely a kick in the nuts. And
yeah,
I think that's about the first time and probably only time that I was about to break tears over a car that's not even mine, not finishing. And the cool part is like his family kind of treats me as part of their family, and his mom came up and just gave me a big hug, and she's like, hey, like there's always next year. I'm just like, no, Brennan, like this was supposed to be our year.
Yeah, so shout out to the Kreisel family. They're super awesome. I love
pure
them so
gold,
much.
man.
So 100%. Riley, his mom, his dad, his sister's really nice as well. We got to know his sister too well, but Richard's an awesome guy. Brenda's it's just a super woman, and hopefully we wish you and Riley the best of luck this weekend, Davey. We hope you guys can bring something home for the room.
I
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, good
Time
clap.
to
told
club
him, I
some
said-
baby seals, baby.
Time to club those baby seals, baby.
Hey, I told him if we don't win, I'm not going to the Hocket. I'm done.
Well, let's bring that one home, and then we'll see you at the Hocket. Hopefully, I can get off for the Hocket.
I hope so too, man.
Hocket's
Hocket's
fun. Hocket's so much
I
fun.
Such
need
an
I need to
awesome
make it.
weekend.
I want to go to the Hocket this year. I think this is the year I'll do it.
Weston, if I can get off, will you drive up to Tulsa, meet with me, and then take off to the Hocket? How about that?
Sounds like a plan.
Okay, cool. Because I don't want to drive by myself, and I'll drive. You don't even have to pay for gas. Look at that. That's a trip.
Just give me the aux.
There you go. You can have the aux. But all right, guys. Well, I think that about wraps it up. There's one final call. Anybody got anything else to say before the next podcast?
Bye.
All right. Weston's saying bye. Debbie, you want to say bye as well?
No, just that's pretty much it.
That's
Hopefully
perfect.
Tanner comes through big for us. So
Yeah, hopefully Tanner does come through for us. But yeah, either way, boys, it's been fun, and we'll catch y'all on the flip side. See y'all next week. Later, folks.
yeah.